Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you about one of the biggest mistake operators are making when they are in the server. This little fix I'm going to show you what to do is going to change your game and make you a much better player. So stay tuned. Let's get right into it. Okay, so a reason you might not be getting a lot of op kills is because you are letting the other team know where you are at. Think about, say, when you're on the T side and you're playing a map like Inferno, right? You're going to assume that the operator is starting arch side. You know, at a higher level, you might start to think he's, floating around a lot more. But in general, the operator can be arch side, right? But there's a thought in your head, he might not be there. He might be here. One thing a lot of operators struggle with and really, don't optimize their game is they let the other team know where they are. So if this smoke's up, I see like players shooting through the smoke or coming in here and like scoping or, moving around and scoping up. These scoping sounds, and obviously when you're shooting, is going to let the other team know, right? So me as a T, I hear the operator's arch side. I'm going to come here. I'm going to smoke off arch side. I'm not going to give him a chance to even shoot me. You know what I mean? So a lot of times operators, they'll get smoked off here. And, it's not bad to take a timing shot here, right? Like, it really isn't. But just know that when you take this timing shot, if I'm on the T side and higher level players are going to start thinking like this, boom, the operator shot. Guys, like, we can walk up lane. We can run up here, flash over, and we can take site. Or guys, like, if they're on B, let's exec B soon. We know that there's most likely 2 here, and it's going to force the operator to retake. This game is all about making the opper have to retake and staying away from the opper. You know what I mean? So also with that, make sure you're not being too readable. Like I said, I'm going to use Inferno as an example here. So on Inferno, the common spot for the opper to be is arch side. But why in high level you see the opper playing lane side, you see the opper here in halls, playing a crazy angle or whatever. It's all about catching the other team off. When you play arch side as an opper, at high levels, it's almost really hard to get any impact just holding this line. I'm constantly being flashed off here. You're always going to be smoked off, and they're going to force you to rotate around. Make sure you're changing up how you play. You're floating around the map, and you're just being very unpredictable with what you're doing, because the whole point of opping is catching people off in angles that they're not likely to flash you off and really fight you at. There's a difference in playing corner here, right? And you're playing for banana and then versus like playing an angle like this where you can catch somebody walking in here. So just take it with a grain of salt. Just try to be unpredictable and make sure at the end of the day you are always playing smart. Just realize, like, if I'm holding an angle out here like this is horrible because I'm in the middle of the open. If I'm playing another team that is cohesive, and especially in Team CS, I'm dead because I might get the first kill on this guy, but then he has a teammate trading right here. So make sure you're always in a little angle where you can shoot, fall back, and repeat. You know what I mean? Rinse and repeat. Just move around the map, be mobile. If you get a kill here in brackets, say I get a kill here, boom. Maybe I rotate off, and now I'm rotating into the B player. You know what I mean? My teammate throws a flash in, and we retake and get a kill here and float around. Just be unpredictable. Always be unpredictable, because when you start to play at a high level, like I said, the other team is going to start trying to read where you're at. Like, if we know that the opper is in halls, say our halls player dies because the opper is in halls here, well, boom, instantly what we're doing is sometimes we might even smoke lane, but we're smoking lane and we are exploding up our side because we know the opper's in halls and he is out of position now. So he got that kill, but just because he got that kill doesn't mean it can't be a good thing for us, because now we have the info and we could still really win the round by exploiting where their gaps are and knowing, we can take a 2v1 here with the rifles and exploit their gaps and make sure that the op is out of the play. Because you have to remember, when you have the op, you have the most powerful gun in the game. Really, like, you're one-shotting the other team when they have rifles. They have to hit a really good shot on you, versus you can just shoot them in the body with 1 bullet. So just make sure you realize how important your gun is, and you are never telling them where you're at. Never, if you have to, do not let them know where the op is. And to take this a step further, this is why playing high-level CS is kind of like playing chess. So sometimes what I do, and if you watch my demos, you'll see, say my IGL, say he calls that we're going to hit A, but I'm here on the B side. What I do is I might come over here on the B side knowing that we're going to hit A, and I scope up here. So I scope up so that this player playing close sight is like, guys, the opper's B. The opper is close banana. I think they're going to hit B. There's 30 seconds left. And then what am I doing? All I did was I scoped up here to bait out that sound. I'm walking back, taking my time, 10 seconds. My teammates are going to get ready to exec. I get here and I run. So it's all about playing that mind game. And when you play high level CS and you go up through the levels, it really turns into this game of chess and this game of mental warfare, and trying to fake out your opponents and make them, guess what you're doing or guess what you're trying to do. So, but yeah, I hope you guys find that very helpful. It's very important to understand these concepts if you want to be an opera on a high level team and, continue to grind through the Team CS. So if you're ever wondering why you're struggling as an opper, or why it seems like they never go to you, or they're always throwing flashes at you or trading, it's because you're being too obvious. If you just change this one mistake in your game, it's going to take you from being a mid-tier opper to one of the best. And it's very simple. It's being a professional opper isn't even about hitting crazy shots and doing all these things. It's just simply about understanding positioning, the mental side of the game, and how to outplay your opponents and make sure that you're not giving them any information. And it's not something that a lot of people talk about, and especially on other channels it's not talked about because they don't understand this knowledge, and they'll give out CSGO tips and stuff like that, but they don't have the competitive experience to understand that the mental games and warfare that goes on behind it. So just keep that in mind, and make sure you guys stay up to date on my channel for more tips like this. So make sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below what you think about what I said and any video ideas or anything you'd like to see me talk about. So let me know below, and thank you very much for watching, and you guys have a great day.